Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show.
Hi, good evening, Lemurs fans. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium tonight as we get ready for the second game of a four-game series with the Laredo Lemurs taking on the Joplin Blasters. Joplin won last night's game in impressive fashion. They won on 10 runs with 13 hits, only one error in the ball game for them. They did leave 13 base runners on, which is a high this year against any Lemurs opponent. The Laredo Lemurs scored 4 runs on 5 hits in the loss. They made 4 errors, which is not a high this year. Actually, 6 errors is the high for this season. That happened up in Amarillo a couple of weeks ago for the Laredo Lemurs. Martinez ended up picking up the win. Jorge Martinez got the win for the Joplin Blasters. Johan Montero took the loss for the Laredo Lemurs in last night's ball game in front of a crowd of 619 people, and it took 3 hours and 27 minutes. And it was really all Blasters in the ball game last night as they scored 4 runs in the first inning. And they took off from there, ended up putting up 10 runs on the board. So they put up 4 runs in the first, a run in the second, 2 more runs in the third inning. They were kind of silenced in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, but they scored 2 more runs there in the 9th inning. The Lemurs did put up a run in the second and 2 runs in the third inning. They scored 1 run in the 8th. But overall in the ballgame, it really was all Blasters. If you just looked at the ballgame and was watching how the momentum was going, it was really the Blasters taking things over there right from the very first inning, and they kept it going throughout the night here at Uni-Trade Stadium. So the Lemurs look to turn their fortunes around tonight against the Joplin Blasters. But manager Pete Incaviglia had a chance to talk about last night's ballgame after the ballgame with our very own Cameron Songer. Here's that interview for you.
Coach, a tough one tonight. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, things, we didn't play well early and got behind the 8 ball early, and, it's tough to win ball games when you get down by 4 or 5 runs early in a game in our ballpark. So, we didn't pitch all that well early. We didn't play defense. We booted some balls, and they swung the bat, so they pitched real well. They played the better game, so you just got to tip your hat, and hopefully tomorrow we'll go out and play a little better.
Talk about the start from Montero. I know this is a spot start for him. You're talking about potentially moving him into the rotation. How much of your decision gets made off of one game like tonight?
Well, obviously it didn't go well, but I don't know if we'll give him another shot in the rotation or we'll try to bring somebody in, but myself and Mike and our staff will get together and figure that out.
You had a debut from Stout, the rookie who just brought in over the weekend. He pitched 4 innings for you, kind of a long relief spot. What was your initial reaction, your first impression from the kid?
Well, I think his first appearance, I thought he got better and better as he went on. I thought he had better command the last couple innings and pitched real well and threw up a couple zeros and kept us in the game. So, anytime you throw a guy in there first and his first outing and, he gave up a couple runs early. I'm sure he had some butterflies and it seemed like he got better and better. So I'm happy with his outing today.
You talked a little bit about the fielding. Were any of those errors really stick out in your mind?
Well, I think in the first inning, the double play ball to Valdez was a key part of that. I think that he makes that play and keeps it a 2-0 game. Might be a different game, but we went out and got 5 or 6 hits, and we didn't score many runs again, and we just didn't play a good, fundamentally sound baseball game, and they did. And just tip your hat, and we'll just move on, and hopefully we'll go out there and play a better game tomorrow.
And you guys get Devontre Richardson back tomorrow off the disabled list. What are your thoughts about that? How is the lineup going to change at all?
So we're looking forward to getting him back. I don't think our line, a lot of good things. We're happy to get him back.
On your roster, you've been forced to play out there. Taylor and Bailey have your outfielders out there.
Played out there quite a bit in this cooking. We'll get Phipsy back where he belongs, and I don't think it's the outfield. Was a problem today. We just didn't play all around good baseball today. We booted some balls. We didn't pitch well. We didn't swing the bats that good. So we're just going to kind of turn the page and hopefully come out and play better baseball tomorrow.
That's Lemurs manager Pete Incaviglia along with our very own Cameron Songer. That was the post-game report from last night. Manager Pete Incaviglia going over last night's ball game, and he's looking forward to a better game here tonight as the Laredo Lemurs take on the Joplin Blasters for the second game of a 4-game series. We're going to take a timeout. On the other side of the break, got to sit down yesterday with Dennis Phipps, the outfielder for the Laredo Lemurs. He's having a tremendous year, but at one point he played Major League Baseball back in 2012. We talk about that with him next. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Bill Harrington along with one of the outfielders for the
At Falcon, they know what counts to achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks tonight. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium. You can get tickets online at laredolemurs.com or by phone at 95.
Used to provide solutions into the highest level of customer Uni-Trade.
Miller Invest led to people wondering, LIT, there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of Happy Hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and Happy Hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Talk to you today. We have an opportunity to Natty Reds. And Dennis, you were a September call-up in 2012. Tell us, Reds.
You're going to be today. I got a surprise with Short and Twitter who they going to, and the manager, what did I do? They run the hard last night in the base, and I said, what? And that's what I had to take out from the game, and I said, wow, I think I run hard to the first baseman. He said, no, you didn't. And I was like so upset, and he said, no, congratulations, you're going to the big league. And I said, oh, I was so happy when he said that.
What team were you with at the time? Was it the Louisville Bats?
Yeah, I was with the Louisville Bats. Yeah, we was in Columbus playing against the Indian, AAA, yeah.
Okay, so when you take off from Columbus and head over to Cincinnati, talk a little bit about that flight and what you're thinking about as you're on your way over to play for the Reds.
We were in Columbus and we got a flight to Houston because they were at Houston, and we were with the catcher, David Mazaraco, and he said, hey, it's going to be fun there, so take it easy, like, I know it's going to be the first time, so it's okay to be excited, And I said, I'm real excited. And I was talking to my mom, and I had to call my whole family and tell them, like, they were so excited.
So talk about the time when you actually walk into the clubhouse for the first time. You're in Houston. You get to walk through those clubhouses.
They already at the field. And the first guy I saw, I said, I met him, like, in 2009, so he watched some game they have in spring training, so I got to go to the big league in spring training. We played 2 games in Houston. God, here we go. I think the next pitch
back in the big leagues was a walk. Talk about your first major league hit. You ended up with 3 of that. We'll get to that here.
My second at bat, I faced like another guy, and I always say it was pinch. I got the first at bat was like, so the third bat, so Cuero said, hey, to the middle.
Do you still have that baseball?
In like my whole career.
Take us through that big league home run for us.
Almost like a kind of rubber, the hammer, and I said, wow, I almost had it. The first at bat, we're getting scared. And he's okay. They take a right-hander, belly side, like fastball inside. Oh my God. So it was a good. The Moses made the team, and I got down the last day of the sprint. When they say like the last day of the sprint, because I did right now, but we're gonna find some so you can be in the big
around Major League Baseball, like the guys get to stay in when you're
some clothes, and
you hit the first home run in
Charlotte because they opened the city.
The new ballpark in Charlotte last year, in South Division. You're telling me, I know it says
my whole family, they Dominican, so it was like back in the day, so they moved there and they say, oh, we're gonna stay in Dominican, so
right after this.
on a 4-year degree, and the from around the world. TAMI Impact. Imagine the possibility.
Get powered.
Base side, and they're going to go right behind the pitcher's mound, or right in front of the pitcher's mound, excuse me. And they'll be standing right in front of, or right behind the young lady singing the national anthem tonight here at Uni-Trade Stadium. So that's why we're pausing as the Border Patrol presents the colors here at the ballpark. Starting lineups and first pitch coming your way.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Driscoll to our Medicaid members. Free memberships to Boys and Girls de Madre. Come slide into home when you visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technology or Business Solutions, Canada Communications, HEB, High Gadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. Play action.
All right, Lemurs fans, welcome to the ballpark. Let's go and get you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We'll start off with the Joplin Blasters. For the Blasters tonight, do the catching tonight. He'll bat in the 6th spot. Omar Luna's at second base, batting 7th. Jesus Solorzano is playing right field. He's going to bat 8th. And Gabe Suarez in center field tonight and batting 9th. Get to the defense here if we can before the first pitch. Taylor's in left tonight. Richardson in center and Phipps over in right field. Silverio's at third. Medeiros is at short. Valdez at second and Geiger at first base. Behind the plate tonight for Laredo is Luke Bailey. As we are waiting for the fence to be closed down the right field line, that's where the teams come in and go out. The clubhouse is down the right field line here, and it's a big building over the right field wall. So a pretty good-sized clubhouse, probably the best clubhouse in the league, in fact. I haven't seen the one up in St. Paul, but the next pitch is swung on, chopped up to the shortstop. Medeiros throws high, and it's a into batter. Second one, and Oscar Mesa come 3 for 5 in yesterday's game, taking a pitch that misses low and away. Looked pretty sharp, the 1-0 for Medeiros. Medeiros will fire over. The thing I like about Greg Hawley has come out here and they slow things down and they're methodical on the mound. It not only slows things down for us, it slows things down for the umpires and the defense behind you as the next pitch comes in, or the first pitch to Yasier Gomez that's in there for a strike. Hawley has the right idea. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and that's fouled away. Get the ball. Hawley threw on opening day for the Laredo Lemurs, and I was surprised and shocked about how fast he was working on the hill. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a one-hopper past the diving out of the range of Jeudy Valdez as he ranged over to his left. So a base hit for Gomez. 2 down and a runner at first base. Yasier Gomez right there. Greg Hawley will keep an eye on him. The opener of the series, and the first Gomez doesn't take strike count. Carlos Ramirez from University played last year. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one's grounded up the third baseline foul. This year he's batting .325 for the Joplin Blasters. The Lemurs were trying to negotiate with Carlos Ramirez during the offseason to get him back here to Laredo, but apparently he wanted a little bit too much money for the Laredo Lemurs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. For 32 games so far this year. Makes the catch, and that's in 1 left. We're going to the bottom. Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a mix, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller 0 fat. Great beer, great...
This is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
All right, here's the Lemurs lineup for you. Devontre Richardson back in the lineup tonight after a stint on the disabled list. He's playing in center. Abel Nieves working as the designated hitter. He'll bat second. Kevin Taylor's out in left field batting third. Dennis Phipps in right field batting fourth. Dustin Geiger's at first base. He'll bat in the 5 spot. Juan Silverio playing third base and batting sixth. Jeudy Valdez playing second base. He'll bat seventh. Luke Bailey's at the catcher position tonight. He'll bat eighth. And Jared Medeiros is at shortstop, batter's box. And the first pitch he sees is a little bit low from the starting pitcher, Nestor Molina. Molina starts the day with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss and a 2.57 ERA over 7 games. No score in the game, bottom of the first. Molina. Richardson has not played since June 22nd back up in Joplin. And at that time, the Lemurs were in the first game back up in Joplin. That was last Monday. No 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung and a ground ball up to the third baseman. Ramirez is right there from the lip of the grass. He'll throw over to first base. It goes into the runner almost, but snagging the ball is Taylor, and he stays on the bag somehow. Now, Taylor almost lost his arm over there as Richardson was going by. He's lucky he didn't get hurt. So put out there. And 1 down, and Abel Nieves coming up to the plate. One of the worst accidents I've ever seen on a baseball field was a play just like that. A first baseman reached down the line into the runner, and he ended up jamming his arm, and he broke his arm, and he was out for the rest of the season. And you knew it immediately. You heard the crack from the press box swing, and it goes up to the second baseman, lower to 3. As the first pitch to extended arm, and it snapped, and it was awful. Not one of the funnest things I've ever seen, I'll tell you that much. High for a ball, so good thing that Taylor over there at first base is okay. Jake Taylor. Kevin Taylor's in the batter's box for the Laredo Lemurs right now. So a couple of that one misses outside. 3 ball. Michael Campbell at first base and Mike Jarbrough, he's over at third. The defense for the Joplin Blasters is like this. Mesa's in left, Suarez in center, Solorzano in right. Ramirez is at third and Gonzalez is at shortstop. Omar Luna over there at second base and Taylor at first. Here's the 3-0. That one misses inside. Ball 4. Yenier Bello behind the plate again for the Joplin Blasters. So a walk to Kevin Taylor. So the Lemurs have 2 outs and a runner at first base. And coming up to the plate now is Dennis Phipps. Well, I tell you what, getting Devontre Richardson back into the lineup, that's going to be huge for the team. Just nice to have a solid regular center fielder out there with a lot of speed. Not that Dennis Phipps didn't do a good job. He did. And Dennis can play center field. But Devontre Richardson just seems more like a natural out there in center for the Lemurs. And by the way, Devontre Richardson batting .357 on the year. So another 300-plus hitter back in the lineup for the Laredo Lemurs. So here's Phipps into the batter's box with a runner at first base and 2 down. Here's the delivery from Nestor, and that one is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Nestor Molina, the starting pitcher, is 6'1", 220 pounds. He's a right-hander. Phipps on the year, batting .345. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. A breaking ball, and Phipps couldn't lay off of it. No balls and 2 strikes now to Dennis. Dennis currently 9th in the league in hitting, a .345 batting average. 5th in the league with 30 RBIs. He's 2nd in the league with 51 hits. An 0-2 count. Molina throws. That one is backhanded by the catcher. A snap throw down to first base, and diving back in head first is Kevin Taylor. Not all that hot today. So when they wet down the field, it's staying wet. 84 degrees and some humidity here in the air. We did have a little bit of rain come our way earlier today. It was around 3 o'clock. They put the tarp on. Just a light rain fell. It wasn't anything to harm the field. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung and a ground ball over to the third baseman. Ramirez goes down to a knee. He'll flip over to second base. And that's all the Joplin Blasters need to get out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left. We're going to the top of the second. We have no score here. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn. Mike's Paint Place. See Mike's Paint Place today at
Nevada. If gambling in Vegas...
Laredo is located at 2550. You're going to enjoy our fine crew.
Confidence. Free. Come stronger with extras. And you'll...
Laredo is there for all of you. 956-723-110. If you need a sign...
All right, Jake Taylor getting ready to step into the batter's box for the Joplin Blasters. No score here. Fastball on the outside part of the plate in the background with the crowd mic. And today somebody brought a drum, the 1-1 pitch. That one is on the outside corner for a strike, just below the letters. Well, very comfortable night here with that 84-degree start. I think that's the lowest temperature we've had on days where we have baseman throws out Jake. It's been a little bit colder, but 84 degrees is very comfortable here. Over the first 3 years here in Laredo, they've typically had 100 park this year. Here's Yanni Urbeo as that pitch misses high. Of course, there's been a lot of rain throughout Texas. Here's the pitch. Swung and a couple of hopper over on the first base side. It'll land over by the tarp on the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 out in the inning. Greg Holly's got a new baseball in his hand. Bayo batting .318 to start the day. He sees that pitch and it misses up. Bayo's from Cuba, 5'11", 225 pounds. One of the owners for the Joplin Blasters is an agent for baseball players. The 2-2 pitch, that one's low, and he deals with a lot of Cuban baseball players. So you'll see a lot of Cuban baseball players on the Joplin Blasters club. Have a lot of guys from Cuba. Here's a ground ball over to the first baseman. Geiger bobbles, he recovers. Underhand tosses to Holly, and they get the out. Well, lucky for the Lemurs there, a catcher was running. Or else that might have been a closer play, but the Lemurs were able to get the out to him. And Greg Holly working fast to get over to first base to cover the bag to help the Lemurs get the out. So here's Omar Luna getting ready to step into the batter's box. No score in this one. We're on the top of the second. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer. This is the second game of a 4-game series between these two clubs. A very important series for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs, after the loss last night, as here's the pitch to Luna. He hits a line drive into right field. Closes Dennis Phipps. He'll make, the, said, an important game for the Lemurs.
Nobody's helped more families. It's built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this. Integrity. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its...
This ignites my mind when you're powered by TAMIU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamiu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technology is open for business in 9 perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire? Geiger's going to lead things off. So here's a little bit more about Dustin Lemurs. Played in the Cubs organization. He was at Island High School in Merritt Island, just above the knee. Zone affiliate for the Cubs back then in 2011 before getting, here's the wind and the throw home. Lemurs uniform is 8. He got it very well, and that's the big reason the Laredo Lemurs picked him up. For that pop that he has, and of course here in this ballpark, it'll always add a little spice to it with the wind blowing out to left field. Not that that one needed any help. I don't think it did. It was crushed pretty well. Here's Juan Silverio. He played for the Peoria Chiefs in 2011 and 2012. And also played for the Daytona Cubs back in 2013, the 1-0. That one misses outside. I'm sure him and Matt Lucen cross paths from time to time. Matt Lucen was also in the Cubs organization. He's one of the starting pitchers for the Lemurs. In 2014, Geiger made it up right center field, drifting back. Solorzano, he's got to speed up, and the ball's over his head. That one into the right center field gap, and Silverio's going to go in with a stand-up double. So back-to-back hits for the Laredo Lemurs, both for extra bases. And now Jeudy Valdez will make his way up to the plate. Well, Dustin Geiger showed some pop when he was in the Cubs organization. He had 17 home runs back in 2012 for Peoria. Played 75 games there in Peoria that year. And then the following year in Daytona, he had 17 more homers. He had 17 homers. Kind of odd this year. He actually started off playing in Tennessee this season. Played Hokies for the AA Cubs. And he ended up going 0 for 16, and then what happened there? Because he's obviously Laredo Lemurs. Jeudy Geiger with a home run. Well, Geiger was with Wichita here as well as the home run power. Blasters. Here's out of the hand of the starting pitcher, Nestor Molina. So 2 hits tonight for the Lemurs, 1 hit for the Joplin Blasters. But the Lemurs with that important big home run there from Dustin Geiger. It's good that the Lemurs get out to a lead tonight. Joplin jumped out to a 4-0 lead last night in the ball game, and it really kind of buried the Lemurs early. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second base. Molina will kick and throw. That one swung on, and that's popped foul. Will that one get up and over the ballpark? It gets on the roof here at Uni-Trade Stadium, and it'll bounce around and come back down into the stands. So a kid will try to run that baseball down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So this is the second game of the 4-game set. The Lemurs and the Blasters will be back at it tomorrow night at 7:30, as well as the following night at 7:30. Okay. The Lemurs were spent up in El Paso on the 4th of July. 2 balls and 2 out there. He'll put the ball away. We're in that ballpark when we were
there. They still have a team there.
The D-backs had an affiliate there for the El Paso Diablos took over. They were the Diablos. In fact, the El Paso Diablos name had a long history in the city of El Paso. And a lot of the fans wanted the Diablos with the new team, the Chihuahuas, the AAA club in El Paso. But they wanted a whole new, thing to go on over there in El Paso. The 1-1 pitch, the ownership did anyway. Here's another center field. Suarez easily underneath this one with 1 out. He'll make the catch, tagging at second, and acting as if he's going to go to third is the runner bounce to center field, and Jared Medeiros is going to come up to the plate. So Medeiros, the number 9 hitter. 1-0 Laredo. The home run by Dustin Geiger is the difference in this ball game right now. So Medeiros is going to dig in. I'm sure that's still standing. Here's the delivery to Medeiros. Waiting to get Molina. Molina took Medeiros on the year, batting 1 on the inside corner for a strike, a breaking ball. Just got a little tiny piece of the inside part of the plate. Medeiros this year playing in his 11th game for the Laredo Lemurs. He's got 7 hits and 38 at-bats, a couple of doubles and 4 RBIs. He went 0 for 4 in yesterday's ball game, so looking to break out of that little streak. Taking his lead from second base is Juan Silverio. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one swung on and a chopper up to the shortstop. Michael Gonzalez. He'll field the ball, sets, throws over to first base, and it's in time to get Medeiros out. But the Lemurs strike here in the bottom of the second inning. Dustin Geiger ball for his first.
Que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, stands a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and paramedics are when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Con ganas solo en H-E-B.
All right, Greg Holly throws, and the first pitch to the new batter, Jesus Solorzano's in there for a strike. 1-0 Laredo as we go to the top of the third inning. Going to have to do a little bit more research here on the league record for attendance. Like I said, I think it's in El Paso. It's going to take me a little bit longer to find it. Here's a ground ball softly hit. Holly tries to grab it as he runs for the baseball. He throws over to Geiger, sidearm, and it's in time to get the out. And arguing about the play of Solorzano, and Solorzano has just been tossed out of the ball game. Well, a quick trigger there by the first base umpire, and Solorzano is gone. Now Carlos Lescano is going to take over, and he's going to argue the play. But Solorzano been tossed out of the game after a close play over at first base. It goes 1-3 on the putout. And Solorzano, the right fielder, will have to leave the field here. As they show the replay here, you see Greg Holly actually pointing to it saying, get to the bag, and he threw quickly over. And now they're going to show the argument here between Lescano and the first base umpire. First base umpire for tonight's ball game is Michael Campbell, and as of yet, he's one of the younger umpires in the American. And Lescano still. So Lescano, I don't believe, was thrown out of the game. And Jarbo trying to get Lescano back into the dugout. So Solorzano has been tossed out of the game. So he'll leave. He'll head down the right field line and exit. And so will the right fielder, Solorzano. There goes Solorzano with his baseball bat in his hand as he crosses the third baseline right now. And I'm sure he'll have a few choice words as he passes the first base umpire, Michael Campbell. He's actually heading right for him. So this might get interesting. So Solorzano going by the bag at first, and the first base umpire standing in foul territory, and some words are exchanged, but the first base umpire, Michael Campbell, just keeps his composure and lets Solorzano speak a little bit, and he doesn't react. 1-0 Laredo Lemurs. And still a long walk down there to the 3:45 marker for Solorzano, so we'll wait a bit here for him to get down the right field line. Carlos Lescano is already behind the home run fence. He'll watch the rest of the ball game from someplace else tonight. Go in and get an early shower and enjoy the broadcast back in his coach's room. So the next batter for the Blasters is going to be Gabe Suarez. Gabe Suarez, the center fielder. So we'll have to keep our eye out on the new right fielder for the Joplin Blasters. I would guess it's going to be Steven Tinoco, but of course they have the right to do whatever they want. Steven Tinoco was scheduled to have the night off. So it looks like he's going to get into the ball game, though. Here's Suarez. Suarez shows bunt, pulls back, and takes that one on the inside corner for a strike. So Holly up there on the hill for the Laredo Lemurs, working quickly. And he'll work again, and that one is swung and a ground ball over to the right side. Valdez will charge it. The second baseman has it. He'll flip to first base, and that'll take care of Gabe Suarez. So quickly 2 down. And Michael Gonzalez now coming up to the plate for the Joplin Blasters. 1-0 Laredo. Greg Holly this year has had a nice season for the Laredo Lemurs, putting up that 2-4 record and a 1.90 ERA. He's making his 9th start tonight. In his last start against Grand Prairie, the Lemurs won the game, but Holly did not get a decision in the ballgame. The pitch here misses outside to Michael Gonzalez. Against Amarillo on June 20th, his previous start before the Grand Prairie start, he pitched very well, went 8 innings and did not allow a run. Next pitch, fastball on the inside part of the plate, evens up the count at 1-1 strike. Go back to when the Lemurs were playing the Wichita Wingnuts up in Wichita. Another nice outing for Greg Holly, the 1-1. And that one a strike on the inside part of the plate. In that game against Wichita, Holly threw a complete game. Pitched 9 innings, only allowed 1 run on 5 hits. What's really been impressive, though, for Holly is his low walk count this year. As the next pitch is in the dirt, backhanding the ball is the catcher, Luke Bailey. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1-0 Laredo. Holly, through 47 1/3 innings of work to start the night, has only walked 6 batters. He has not walked anybody here tonight. The 2-2 pitch is high, making it a 3-2 count. That number, so you're at 48 and 49, and only 6 walks. Walk to Michael Gonzalez. He's actually under 1 walk per game. Into the batter's box is Oscar in Albany, New York, as the first pitch to Mesa's in there for a strike. At least that's the song they play here quite a bit. But on the money, Medeiros had to come in to make sure it didn't hit the ground. I think it would have short-hopped Medeiros if he would have stayed right on the bag. Medeiros tried to tag the runner going by. So a stolen base for Gonzalez, and now that's his 20th of the year. So he's currently second in the league behind Michael Lang of Sioux City. The runner goes again. The pitch is high. The throw down to second base. This one is not in time as well. Stolen base number 21. Just like that. So now he's at third base with 2 down. Really don't see the advantage of taking that bag except for coming home on a wild pitch or a pass ball, which we haven't seen Greg Holly throw yet. Luke Bailey's been stellar behind the plate tonight, blocking pitches in the dirt. And more than likely, if there's a base hit, Gonzalez comes in to score anyway with his speed. But he takes it nonetheless. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and a fly ball hitting to left center field. Drifting back, Devontre Richardson. He'll get underneath and make an easy catch, and that's going to do it for the Blasters. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. A couple of stolen bases for Michael Gonzalez. Lemurs up 1-0.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be...
All right, you're getting a little tour of the concourse right there. I know you're probably getting a little dizzy with us. Oh, there we are, back to baseball. Here's the first pitch to the leadoff man for the Lemurs, Devontre Richardson. He takes that one for a strike. So doing my research throughout my multiple media guides here, I have come up with an answer for you for the attendance in El Paso. As the next pitch misses outside, and now the catcher, Bayo, looks around and says, where did that one miss? So a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Devontre Richardson. So 1-0 Lemurs. Here's the pitch. Swung on a fly ball deep to left field. If this one's fair, it's probably gone, and that one is a home run for Devontre Richardson. In his first game back off the disabled list, he takes a round tripper. And he was on a hitting streak when he got hurt, so make it 15 games in a row where he's picked up a base hit. And that's home run number 3 for Richardson, and the Lemurs have 2 home runs tonight. They're currently second in the league in that category. And if they can keep going tonight, maybe they'll be first in the league after the evening's over. Here's Abel Nieves getting ready to step into the batter's box. So I was doing my due diligence on the attendance record in El Paso on the 4th of July. They set a couple of records, and I'm kind of confused by what I found. Here's the pitch to Abel Nieves as that one's taken for a strike on the outside corner. I remember being there in 2012, and I was very impressed by the attendance, so I kept it in my scorebook, of course. I write the attendance down every time. The 0-1 swung on, and that's popped out of play. The league book says the official attendance record in El Paso came back in 2011. Well, the Lemurs didn't go there in 2011 because there were no Laredo Lemurs back in 2011. The 0-2. That one is inside for a ball. The attendance record for that date in El Paso on July 4th of 2011 was 13,406. I wrote down in my book in the 2012 season, here's the 1-2 pitch, grounded over to the right side, charging the ball is Glasser to the new second baseman. He'll flip over to first base, and that'll take care of Abel Nieves. By the way, the defensive changes after Solorzano was thrown out of the game. Omar Luna goes to right field, and Glasser comes into play, second base. So Mitch Glasser now the second baseman. So 1 down, and we're in the bottom of the 3rd. So I remember writing down the attendance figure as 13,516, and I wrote that down in my book. Here's the pitch to Kevin Taylor. He takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, right below the belt. But the league has the official attendance record back in 2011 at 13,406. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung and a ground ball slowly hit up to the first baseman, Taylor. Taylor will take a knee. He'll go over and touch the bag at first base, and that'll do it for Kevin Taylor. So one Taylor gets another Taylor out. They're both going to go see their seamstress a little bit later. 2-0 Laredo. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Lemurs. Here comes Dennis Phipps. He's probably wanting to get one of those home runs. So maybe I need to tell the league that attendance figure, which is the all-time record in the American Association, might be off. At least the one from 2011, because in 2012 they had 13,516. Here's the pitch. That one called a strike on the outside corner. And that, folks, is the biggest baseball game attendance-wise that I've ever been involved in. And it was really neat. El Paso really packed him in on the 4th of July. Here's the 0-1. That one is inside for a ball. Make it 1 ball and 1 strike. In fact, in El Paso, they had to line people up in the outfield. That's how many people were there at the ballpark. They actually put people in the outfield to sit. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball swung on line down the left field line, and that one is going to be a fair ball. Dennis Phipps around first base. He's going to go into second. That's going to be a stand-up double for Phipps. So the Laredo Lemurs still in business here with 2 down. And a double for Phipps. And coming up to the plate now is Dustin Geiger, the man with the first home run in the ball game for Laredo. For Phipps, that's his 12th double on the season. Lemurs up 2-0. Well, if you missed the pregame interview with our buddy Dennis Phipps, it was a lot of fun to talk to Dennis about his time in Major League Baseball. You could find that interview on SoundCloud.com. Go to SoundCloud.com and type in American Association Report. We have filed the American Association Report for the week ending on June 28th. It is up, and you can go listen to it. 2 outs in the inning here. It's a 2-0 game for the Laredo Lemurs with a runner at second. Here's the pitch to Geiger. That one swung in a line drive down the left field line. Foul. Yeah, every week, all the broadcasters from around the American Association get together and tell you how their week went. So they basically review their week, and we also do interviews. And this week, it was the Laredo Lemurs' turn to do an interview, and I was able to sit down with Dennis Phipps and talk about his time in the majors. So if you want to listen to that, go to SoundCloud.com, and you can just find the interview in there. It's about an hour-long podcast, but I'm sure you could find the Dennis Phipps interview pretty easily. Here's the 0-1. That one is low for a ball. So if you weren't with us in the pregame show, you can listen to that. I checked down at first base to see if Dustin Geiger went around. Michael Campbell said he did not. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. Juan Silverio was on deck for the Laredo Lemurs. Nestor Molina cradles the mitt next to his chest. He's ready to throw. And now he'll spin back and look at second base. Dennis Phipps goes jaunting back, but nobody even around Phipps, so he didn't have to worry about it. Nestor Molina, by the way, the starting pitcher tonight from Venezuela, from Valencia, Venezuela. Here's the 1-1. That one is low for a ball. Molina's 6'1", 220 pounds. And he's been all over minor league baseball. Spent a long time with the Toronto Blue Jays organization. That's who he was signed by at the age of 18 as a non-drafted free agent. So he was with the Blue Jays organization for a while, and then spent some time with the White Sox. And just recently, he joined the Joplin Blasters. This is his first stint in Indy ball. Here's a pitch, grounded up the third baseline. It's going to be a foul ball just by a nose. Third base coach Gibby Vellacuellar with his hands spread out and saying, why? Why is that a foul ball? A close play there. The home plate umpire had the call there. The third base umpire right now is between second and third, so he has no call on that one. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Lemurs up 2-0. So Nestor Molina, lifetime, a record of 44 wins and 24 losses, a 3.17 ERA. Pretty impressive for a guy with a 9-season track record. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He'll kick and throw home, and that one is low and away. It's going to make it a full count. Molina had a really nice season in Dunedin with the Blue Jays. Back in 2011, he posted a 10-3 record that year. He had a 2.58 ERA. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Molina cradles that mitt next to his chest as he looks in and gets the sign from the catcher Bayo. So a full count with 2 down. Runner at second base. The pitch, swung on and missed. That was a breaking ball, kept boring into the dirt. Geiger couldn't lay off of it. So that'll be strike 3, but the Lemurs pick up another run. It's a solo homer by Devontae Richardson. His 3rd of the season. We're going to take a timeout, come back with some more baseball for you. Cameron Saunders coming up for you. Lemurs 2, Blasters nothing.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
All right, as we go to the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Laredo, and Cameron Saunders coming on the broadcast for you. Hello, Cameron.
Thanks, Bill. It's the top of the 4th inning. Lemurs and Blasters doing the second game of a 4-game set. As digging in is Yasser Gomez to face the righty Greg Hawley. First pitch, Hawley winds and fires, and it's a fastball that misses low and inside. It's a gorgeous night for baseball here in Laredo. The temperature a little bit lower than usual, and the clouds rolling in. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung on, grounded foul down the third base line. Evens up the count at 1-1. So a cooler night than usual. It can't feel like much more than 90 degrees right now. I'd be surprised if it even felt like that. Here's the 1-1. Misses high. And the clouds rolling in a light blue and purple across the sky. The lights starting to take over here at Uni-Trade Stadium. And Holly winds and fires. 2-1 pitch, catches the outside corner. 2-2 now the count. Blasters looking for just their second hit of the game. They have no runs, and they trail 2-0. Here's the pitch. Misses low. Lemurs wearing their gold tops, white pants, and gray hats with black brims, and the Blasters wearing black tops with gold trim and gray pants. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike 3, ring him up. Gomez was already starting to walk up the first base line. He turns and has a word with the umpire. He's still turning and talking. He is stopped in the batter's box to have some more words with the umpire, and then he's done. He's making his way back over to the dugout. He's not been tossed. Just decided, I've had enough of this conversation. I want to go sit down now. So Gomez strikes out looking on a full count pitch, and that will bring up Carlos Ramirez. Greg Holly has struck out has earned his first strikeout of the game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. So it took Greg Holly a while, as this was the 15th batter he faced. No, check that. The 12th batter he faced, as this one's chopped up the middle, played by the shortstop Medeiros on the run, the throw, and got him. And there's quickly 2 away. Carlos Ramirez grounds out. And after going 4 up, 3 down in the first, 3 up, 3 down in the second, 4 up, 3 down in the third, Greg Holly's retired the first 2 batters here in the 4th. He's done that in every inning. Both of the base runners the Blasters got in this game came with 2 outs. One was on a single, one was on a walk. This is Jake Taylor. Righty-righty matchup as Holly delivers a fastball in there for a strike. Holly works very quickly on the mound out of the windup, and that's good after last night's game ended up being nearly 3.5 hours. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to the right side. This one will probably not leave the infield. Shuffle step, and Valdez gets under it and makes the catch. A very quick 3 up and 3 down inning. Lemurs coming right back up to hit. They're already ahead 2-0. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Back here at Uni-Trade Stadium for the bottom of the 4th inning. Cameron Songer here with you as the Lemurs try to add to a 2-0 lead against Blasters starter Nestor Molina. Molina is making his 8th start of the season and his 8th appearance overall with the Blasters. He has a 3-1 record and a 2.57 ERA coming into tonight's game, where he's pitched an average of 6 innings per start, 42 innings over his first 7 games. The righties on the third base side of the rubber, facing the right-handed hitter, Juan Silverio, swings and misses at a breaking ball for the first pitch of the 4th inning. Silverio's 1 for 1 so far tonight, doubled in the 2nd inning, following the Dustin Geiger solo home run. The past 2 leadoff hitters in the past 2 innings for the Lemurs have hit solo home runs. Silverio trying to go for 3. Swung on, loops this one foul behind the plate. This could stay in playable territory. The catcher gets under it and makes the catch. Bayo read that one well off the bat and nearly crashes into the wall, the backstop, but instead he has just enough real estate to make the catch, and so a pop foul out for Juan Silverio. He'll head back to the dugout. That'll bring up Jeudy Valdez. Silverio's now 1 for 2. He'll have a couple more opportunities to get his 9th multi-hit game this season. This is his 27th game with the team, and he already has 8 multi-hit games. That's a pretty good start for the young man. Here's Valdez. He swings and hits this one in the air towards center field. On the run is Suarez in deep left center field. He makes the catch in front of the flags in that left center field power alley in Uni-Trade Stadium. A nice charge put into that ball by Jeudy Valdez, but he doesn't have anything to show for it. Quickly 2 outs for the Lemurs in the bottom of the 4th, as this game continues to just hum right along. So Luke Bailey to the plate now, another right-handed hitter. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field in his first plate appearance. Bailey hitting .235 on the season. He's been with the Lemurs since the start and has played in every game. Here's the pitch to Bailey. Misses high and inside. A little breaking ball there from Molina. So Bailey has 21 runs batted in, 7 home runs, which is good for a tie for 3rd in the league, and that .235 average. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball again. This time it does catch the inside corner for a strike. Bailey's 24 years old, former 4th round pick by the Tampa Bay Rays. Swings and chops this one down the 3rd base line. That's going to get foul. That one might have bounced off Bailey or off the plate, as it took an awkward bounce off the cut, as Bailey was chasing a high pitch there. Bailey's listed as a catcher on this Lemurs roster. He's playing behind the plate tonight. We've also seen him in the outfield following the injuries to Byron Wiley and Devontre Richardson. Richardson just came off the disabled list today. Already has a home run in his first game back after a week off. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-2 is the count, 2 outs. Bases empty for the Lemurs in the bottom of the 4th. Luke Bailey at the plate, and the Lemurs ahead 2-0. They have 2 runs on 4 hits, and the Blasters have managed just 1 hit so far. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded down the 3rd base line, foul. Ramirez gave chase to it. Saw that it was going to go foul. Didn't extend the glove. He would have probably run into Lemurs' 3rd base coach, Gibby Vellacuellar. So a new baseball delivered to Molina. He steps off the mound and then returns. Now winds and fires. Breaking ball swung on. Bounced off the plate or off the foot of Bailey. Probably off the plate, because if that was bounced off his foot, he would be jumping around in pain right now. He's not doing that. So let's say it bounced off the plate. Hard to tell exactly on some of those things with our angle right behind the 3rd base dugout. Well off to the side here at Uni-Trade Stadium, and a lot of the plate is blocked by Luke Bailey's back as he stands in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Count runs full to Luke Bailey. Bailey was the hero 2 nights ago with the walk-off hit to clinch the series win against Grand Prairie, a 4-3 win for the Lemurs. He had 2 hits in that game, and he's on a 3-game hitting streak. Payoff pitch to Bailey. Swung on and missed for strike 3. He was out in front of an off-speed pitch. Lemurs go quietly in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3 up, 3 down. We will head to the top of the 5th. Laredo leading the Joplin Blasters 2-0. We'll be right back.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Welcome to Whataburger.
Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'll get back in line and get that much.
Sweet and spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Root for our Baby Blank Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Greg Hawley back on the mound for a fifth inning, getting the fifth inning underway. He was for that, but he would have had to keep his back to home plate. Instead, the pitcher's mound. That's a tough spot as everyone converges on the out, and that'll bring up Omar Luna. Started the day, but foul as it trickles to the base in the third straight to finish the first, and that's part of the reason they are scoring low and inside, ball 1. Chicago native and played his college ball at McAllister College. He was drafted by the White Sox in the 39th round in 2012. He was just one of 12 D3 players drafted that year. Looks at another fastball. This again misses, so 2-0 will be the count to Mitch Glasser, who represents the tying run in this game. 2-0, Lemurs lead, top of the fifth inning. 1 out and a runner on first. Lemurs' middle infield is at double play depth. Hawley from the stretch delivers. Fastball this time catches the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count to Mitch Glasser. Stands in that right-handed batter's box, 5'10", 180 pounds. With a nice .320 average coming into tonight's game. Hawley from the... Glasser's on an 8-game hitting streak in games that he's played in. Making the catch is Phipps, and holding up at second base is Luna. Glasser stands on first with a single off of Lemurs. And a quick mound visit here. A fastball, which is like a single. He has a complete game under. Catches the outside corner for a bit of the plate, but down at the knees and stall. Into the Lemurs 2-0 in the top of the fifth inning. But the tying run is on first base with 1 out, and the go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Gabe Suarez. Here's the pitch part of the season with the Lemurs. Right field, Phipps has a beat Blasters in the top of the fifth as their last plate appearance, and then stole 2. Kind of rare that you see someone trying to steal balls at the plate. And here's the pitch. 23 on the season and out of the stadium. That'll bounce on top of the roof of the club level seats and get out of here. And quickly the count 0-2 to Michael Gonzalez. 29-year-old from Venezuela, 5'10", 175 pounds. He wears number 3, the black jersey with the gold numbers. Breaking ball, misses just a bit inside. Hawley was starting to walk towards the dugout, perhaps anticipating a late strike call from the home plate umpire. He didn't get it. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Hawley trying to work out of a jam he created for himself after giving up back-to-back singles to the bottom of the order. Trying to get perhaps his second strikeout of the game. Oh, he has the man picked off, and no one's covering third base. Now he goes back over to first. There's a pickle. Stuck, scrambling is Glasser, and he will be tagged out in the pickle. And the question is, did they get him before the run scored? The run did not score. So Luna he slid home, or he slid into third because no one was covering third base. He saw in second. He headed home, and we will head to the bottom of the fifth inning.
$1 round trip. You and your family.
Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are committed to you.
Need a little spark? Hey, Lemurs fans, every third draft beers for only $1. I'll see you at the ball.
Highly satisfactory customization, distribution,
original light Pilsner, and that Bell Light, which led to people's invention of spell check. With Miller Lite, we invented light. Carved 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Lemurs back up to hit in the bottom of the fifth inning after a wild top of the fifth, in which the Blasters got 2 hits but no runs. Medeiros as they try to add to it. It's a beautiful Tuesday night for baseball at Uni-Trade. Medeiros is just his 11th game with the team. Here's Medeiros, who's 0 for 1 on. He hit home runs. Breaking ball, Medeiros leads things off for the Lemurs. Medeiros did hit 5 home runs in his senior season at St. John's earlier in 2015, so he has the pop. Swings and hits this one in the air to right field. Luna doesn't have to move very far for it. Takes a couple steps back and will get under it and make the catch for out number 1. Medeiros now 0 for 2, and the lineup will turn over as the Lemurs begin their third trip through the batting order. And here comes Devontre Richardson, his first game back off the disabled list. He's already made a splash with a solo home run in the third inning. He's 1 for 2, and he wants to keep it going. Pitch fastball in there for a strike. The former Florida State Seminole digs into the right-handed backside part of the plate. Richardson was crowding the ump, wasn't fooled. Richardson's hitting 3 for that last week. Strikes, and he'll go back to the dugout. Starter Nestor Molina has allowed just 2 other hits and no other runs. Now, 38th appearance. He has 10 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. This time it bounces off the net and back towards home plate. New baseball will be delivered to the pitcher Molina, and the count now 0-2 to Abel Nieves. Nieves has a .361 average. Another just hot bat in the Lemurs batting order. From the windup, here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher, played on 1 hop, scooped and thrown over to first in time for the out. 3 up and 3 down in the 5th inning. We will head to the top of the 6th. Lemurs still holding that 2-0 lead.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make solutions, collision repair needs. There's only one place to turn. Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized 6410 Polaris Drive.
Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Greg Hawley back on the mound, and he's been looking good. The Lemurs starter, the ace of the staff, the #1 pitcher, the opening day starter, has that 2-4 record and a 1.90 ERA coming into tonight's game. He's been good. He's held the Blasters to no runs on 3 hits. And the first pitch he delivers in the top of the 6th to Michael Gonzalez is a called strike. So Gonzalez was at the plate when last inning ended after some bizarre base running plays. Here's the 0-1. Bounces all the way to the backstop as it's in the dirt. The runners were both picked off. Hawley went to try to go throw out Omar Luna at third base, but no one was covering third base. He then turned around and got Mitch Glasser in a pickle, and that ended the inning. Swung on and hit foul into the net. Now the count quickly 0-2 to Michael Gonzalez. Gonzalez is in his 8th professional season. This is his 5th stop in independent ball. He played with El Paso in 2012 and 2013. Started last season with Wichita before he was signed by an affiliated club. Hits this one back up the middle. Hawley scoops it up, throws it over to first, and there's one away. So there's now 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Oscar Mesa will come to the plate. Mesa has never played affiliated ball. This is his 6th professional season, his 3rd in the U.S., and all have been in independent ball. Mesa's looking for his first hit against Hawley. He's 0 for 2. Hawley works quickly, fires the fastball in there for a strike as that catches the outside corner to the left-handed hitter, Oscar Mesa. Mesa's actually a switch hitter, hitting from the left side against the righty Hawley. From the windup, here's the pitch. Brushback pitch as it misses high and inside. 1-1. And dusk has passed and night has fallen here in Laredo. Lights have taken over. The Lemurs and their gold unis are really popping here tonight. Breaking ball misses outside, so 2-1 the count to Oscar Mesa. who's hitting .309 on the season, 34 hits, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 1 home run, and 17 runs batted in for the outfielder. Here's the 2-1, swung on, hit in the air to left field, and it's going to hook foul. That one got into the Blasters bullpen. Very nearly was a home run. If it had just been a little bit more fair. Just a gorgeous night to be at the stadium and enjoy some Lemurs baseball. The breeze blowing pretty steadily, but not too hard, from right to left across the field. Blowing out a little bit to left field, as it usually does at Uni-Trade Stadium, but a pretty calm night. As the Lemurs enjoying the third to last game of this 8-game homestand. They'll play 2 more against the Blasters in the following 2 nights. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Mesa. Inside, and he has to dance out of the way. Count runs full as Holly kind of glaring back at home plate. I'm not sure if he's upset with himself or with Mesa for crowding his plate. Payoff pitch on the way as Holly winds and fires. Swung on, grounded on a couple bounces to first. Backhand stab by Geiger. Flips it over to Holly, who's covering, and he beats the runner by a half step. Nice play in the infield by Dustin Geiger. He can hit for power. He can field his position. And Holly hustling over to first base. Hauling all 6'8", 245 pounds over to the first base bag to get the out. So after a 1-3 put out on Gonzalez, Mesa goes down on the 3-1 put out, and here comes Yacer Gomez. He is the only guy out of the top 3 hitters in the batting order for the Blasters tonight to reach base. He had a 2-out single in the first. On the windup, here's the pitch, grounded foul down the third base line. Gomez has a .388 batting average so far this season, one of the older guys in the league. He was born on April 1st, 1980. Stands in the left-handed batter's box at 5'10", 185 pounds, out of Havana, Cuba. This is his 21st game with the Joplin Blasters. His 16th professional season, 5th in the U.S. and 4th in independent ball. Swings and hits this one between first and second. That's going to get into right field for another 2-out single. And Yacer Gomez has another hit. The 35-year-old showing he still has it. And for the second time in 3 innings, second time in 3 plate appearances, I should say, he has a 2-out hit. His other plate appearance, he led off the 4th and struck out looking. So I guess he likes hitting with 2 outs. Go figure. Carlos Ramirez to the plate now. He's 0 for 2. He's in the right-handed batter's box. Ramirez is a former Laredo Lemur. He played with them last year. So he's very familiar with Uni-Trade Stadium and the fact that he can hit the ball pretty well to left field. First pitch runs inside and low, so 1-0 the count to Ramirez. 2-0 is the score in the top of the 6th. The runner on first and 2 outs. Holly from the stretch delivers. This one grounded to third. Silverio gets it and will scoop underhand to second base. Lost his cap in the process. He'll have to come back to the baseline to retrieve it. And he'll make his way back over to the dugout. Just one base runner for the Blasters on a 2-out hit by Gomez. They strand him, and we will head to the bottom of the 6th. Lemurs leading 2-0.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more family builders combined. Quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree opportunity. TAMU has welcomed me, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
4-game set. They trail the Lemurs 2-0 by Devontre Richardson to lead off the race, and Kevin Taylor delivers a first pitch breaking ball that catches the outside edge for strike 1. Taylor at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes another pitch, and it's a called strike again, right on the outside corner. So the righty Molina having the edge against the left-handed hitter Taylor, who's looking for his first hit in a while. He's 0 for 8 in the last 3 games, but does have 4 walks. He wants to see some hits and get that batting average climbing back up. He's hitting .339 on the season coming into tonight's game. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Nestor Molina has that 2.57 ERA. He's trying to keep that low. A 3-1 record. This is his 8th start. And this one swung on and fighting off with the cut as it's hit foul into the Lemurs dugout. So Taylor stays alive as he was out in front of that one. And the count remains 1-2. Lemurs sending 3, 4, and 5 to the plate this inning. Taylor, Phipps, and Geiger. And then so on, if they can keep a rally going. 1-2 pitch to Taylor. Swung on, grounded foul into the net, this time down the third base side. And it trickles over in front of the Blasters dugout. So Taylor distributing his foul balls evenly here in this at-bat. The 23-year-old out of Western Nevada College digs back into the left-handed batter's box. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul again to the left side. The fans making some noise here. All of these balls have been hit into the net. There hasn't been any souvenirs for the fans. Pretty fair attendance here at Uni-Trade Stadium for a Tuesday night. They want to see some souvenirs, gosh darn it. From the windup, here's another 1-2 offering. It's inside, and Taylor takes for ball 2. If you're just joining us, 2-0 is the score, as the Lemurs had solo home runs in the second and third, and the score has remained that way. Greg Holly's allowed just 4 hits. In fact, there's been 4 hits for each side. Kevin Taylor at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle. That's going to drop into center field for a leadoff single, and Kevin Taylor is on base. Just a nice piece of 2-out hitting. He went down and got a pitch that was a little bit low and outside. Just looped it into shallow center field for the hit. And that'll bring up Dennis Phipps. He doubled in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. That's the 5th hit of the ball game, as Taylor got his first hit. The Lemurs trying to extend the lead. Blasters exploded for 10 runs last night in a 10-4 win. So they know the Lemurs need more than just 2 runs to feel comfortable in this game, even though Holly's been pitching so well. Phipps looks at a breaking ball. It's called strike 1. He had that one timed up pretty well, but it measured just 69 miles an hour on the radar gun here at Uni-Trade Stadium. So Phipps will dig back into the right-handed batter's box. Glancing over his shoulders, Molina, checking on Taylor, but not throwing. Comes home with it, and it's swung on, lined down the first base line and hooking foul, and Phipps is now behind 0-2. Phipps is 29 years old, has major league experience, 10 at-bats with the Cincinnati Reds in 2012 when he went 3 for 10 with a double, a home run, and 2 runs batted in. He moved on, played with the White Sox organization in AAA Charlotte at the start of 2014. He was injured early in that season, then released, and went on to play in the Mexican League last year. 0-2 pitch, taking strike 3 as the home plate umpire rings him up. So Phipps goes down looking, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Not a great at-bat for Dennis Phipps, but you know he'll bounce back. He's just a very upbeat guy, perpetually smiling in the clubhouse. Just a teammate's favorite. They just love Dennis Phipps here in Laredo. This is his 2nd season with the club. He hit .335 a year ago, hitting .345 coming into tonight's game, but he's now 1 for 3 tonight. Dustin Geiger at the plate, the newest Lemur. This is just his 3rd game with the club. Looks at a breaking ball, takes for ball 1 on the inside part. Just a little bit too far inside, in fact. As the catcher, Bayo, shot up out of his stance after that pitch and thought about the snap throw over to first and then just threw it back. As Taylor's taking a pretty conservative lead. Now the pickoff throw, they might have him. No, he slides back in safely. Wow. Woo! Kevin Taylor will maybe take a step off of his lead if he even decides to lead off at all here. Oh, he takes another big lead, another pickoff throw, and Taylor was anticipating it this time. He has to dive headfirst back in, but he's back. You got to be careful here. Don't want to take any threat away from Dustin Geiger, who's one of the best hitters in this league. He was hitting .351. Another pickoff throw, and again safe. Geiger was acquired in a trade over the weekend with the Wichita Wingnuts. He was hitting .351 with 28 runs batted in, and 7 home runs and 114 at-bats. He was 2 for his first 7 in the first 2 games with the Lemurs. Here's the pitch. Ooh, off speed for strike 1. 6th, then 5th struck out. Lemurs trying to add to a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th. There's 1 out and the runner on first. Another pickoff throw. Diving back in is Taylor. So Molina definitely not going to let Kevin Taylor steal a base on him. Taylor has just 4 stolen bases on the season as the fastball catches the outside corner there to Geiger, making the count 1-2. You hear a couple shouts from the Lemurs fans, a little bit bummed out at the fact that the ump, at least in their mind, is stretching the strike zone. It's been a pretty quick game, and Molina's definitely slowed down the pace here with the runner on. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball misses high and outside. That one was pretty close, near the letters. So any accusations of a wide strike zone or a stretched strike zone don't stand up after that pitch. That was pretty darn close. The Blasters dugout are willing to take about half of those. So 2-2 is the count. Runner on first is Taylor. Geiger at the plate with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. Count now full to Dustin Geiger. The 23-year-old, the former 24th round pick of the Chicago Cubs out of high school, started his professional career in the Cubs organization in 2010 in the Arizona League. Played with the Cubs organization for 4+ years. 432 career games and a .251 average, 50 home runs, 95 doubles, and 235 runs batted in a little over 4 seasons for Dustin Geiger's in affiliated baseball. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Runner going, swung on and missed. The throw down to second is in time, and the tag is applied. Strike him out, throw him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Lemurs. Kevin Taylor is erased following the leadoff single. We've completed 6 innings at Uni-Trade Stadium. The Lemurs still have that 2-0 lead.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMIU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMIU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMIU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamiu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kailan Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transports to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Back here in Laredo, this game humming along. Bill Harrington to take you the rest of the way.
All right, thank you very much. As the first pitch is in there for a strike to the batter, Jake Taylor. Yenier Bayo's on deck, and Omar Luna will follow as Greg Hawley has been outstanding tonight. As he'll throw again, and that one is swung on and popped up. That'll get back into the stands here at Uni-Trade Stadium. In fact, it lands in the suite level and will bounce around a little bit, and it looks like it's going to stay up there. 2-0 Laredo. And so far tonight, the Lemurs starting pitcher has only given up 4 hits, has not given up a run. Here's the leg kick and the throw home, and that one misses up for a ball. Greg Hawley gave up a hit back in the first inning, gave up another one. Actually, 2 of them in the 5th, as here's a chopper over to the shortstop. Medeiros goes back. He'll fire over to first base, and it'll be in time to get the out. Jake Taylor retired on a ground out to short. 1 down, and Yenier Bayo would be the batter. Yeah, 2 hits for the Joplin Blasters in the 5th inning, and they got another hit back in the 6th, but no runs up on the board. The only runs so far tonight for the Lemurs have been solo homers, but that's good enough for the lead. They're up 2-0 here. Dustin Geiger in the 2nd inning hit a solo home run. His first in the Lemurs uniform, is 8th overall this season. And Devontre Richardson hit a home run in his comeback debut after coming off the DL. Here's the first pitch to Bayo. That spins him out of the way. It was a breaking ball that missed inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Bayo. So the Lemurs looking to grab the second game of this 4-game set. The leg kick, the throw home, swung on, and a line drive found on the third base line. Well, Bayo scolded that one, but a foul ball. So let's take a look at the scoreboard from around the American Association. Time to check in, see what's going on in the rest of the league. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. High for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. St. Paul's up over Lincoln 3-2. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City 8, Rockland 5. The Kansas City T-Bones currently on a trip through the Can-Am League. They're up 8-5 over the Rockland Boulders. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, popped up, a little pop-up over into foul territory. Luke Bailey's hustling, and he will have it bounce against his chest as he cradles it back into his mitt. So a nice catch there by Luke Bailey, the catcher for the Laredo Lemurs. 2 down. And Omar Luna coming up to the plate. Sioux City tonight, they're up over Winnipeg. They're in the top of the 6th inning. Sioux City 7, Winnipeg 4. Wichita's up 1 over Sioux Falls. It's 5-4 Wichita. Grand Prairie and Amarillo have scored 17 runs. I'll let you think about who has what. After this pitch, I'll tell you. Here's Omar Luna. He'll take a strike on the inside part of the plate right at the letters. Grand Prairie has scored 10 runs. Amarillo has 7. So it's Grand Prairie 10, Amarillo 7 in the bottom of the 6th. Greg Hawley stepping behind the rubber. He grabs the rosin bag and dabs his hands a little bit with the rosin. Fargo and Gary's playing ball tonight. Give you the score here after this pitch. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on, popped up. That might be playable for Bailey on the other side in foul territory. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the 3rd out. Absolutely amazing. A catcher making 2 plays in 1 inning behind home plate. Well, Fargo's up 2-1 over Gary, by the way. Laredo, they lead the Joplin Blasters here as the Blasters go down in order in the top of the 7th inning. Lemurs up 2-0.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Real doubleheaders. Back when they had real doubleheaders. Oh, we're back on. I was talking to Cameron about the time I went to some real doubleheaders. Back when they used to have real doubleheaders in Major League Baseball. What do they have now? Well, you have to pay 2 admissions. You used to get 2 admissions for the price of 1. Well, you used to pay 1 admission and see 2 games, is what I meant to say. Into the batter's box goes Juan Silverio. 2-0 Lemurs. Here's the pitch from Nestor Molina. That one misses low and away. So here at Uni-Trade Stadium, they fly 7 flags out there in left center field. And the Laredo has the distinction of having flown 7 flags. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot of people ask when they come to Laredo, what are the flags for? The 1-0. That one hits the outside corner for a strike. Well, the flag of the Republic of the Rio Grande was one of the flags flown. And it's a symbolic statement of Laredo's historic link to the 7 countries that have basically been here in Laredo. 1 ball and 1 strike. So France flies a flag. They're in control of this area. The 2-1 pitch. That one is swung on and missed. Back in 1685 through 1690, so a long time ago. Spain a couple of times, 1519 through 1685, and then 1690 through 1821. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nestor Molina, he'll throw home. That one swung and a line drive into center field. That's going to get into right center, in fact. That'll be a base hit for Juan Silverio. He'll take a big round around first base, and he'll go back into first base. So a single there for Silverio, his 2nd hit of the ball game. He doubled back in the 2nd inning. Here comes Jeudy Valdez. Mexico also flew a flag here from 1821 to 1836. Then the Republic of the Rio Grande, back from January of 1840 to late fall of 1840. So it didn't last too long. And all these flags are flying over in left center field here at Uni-Trade Stadium. So if you ever come to the ballpark, you can take a look at them. And then you have the Texas flag from 1836 to 1845. And the Confederacy, back from 1861 to 1865. And then you have the United States, of course. So there you go, the 7 flags of Laredo flying here in left center field. 2-0 Lemurs. Jeudy Valdez shows bunt. He squares up and actually almost jumped right out of the batter's box. I believe that was a ball. I didn't see a call from the home plate umpire. And they put a ball up on the scoreboard, so I agree with the scorekeeper. 1 ball and no strikes. That's the first time in a long time. Luke Bailey is on deck for the Lemurs. Jeudy Valdez, he has popped out to center field a couple of times. Toss over to first base and diving back in head first is Silverio. Did you know that Laredo is the U.S. principal port of entry into Mexico, connecting IH-35 with the Pan American Highway? That Pan American Highway stretches into Central and South America. As another throw goes over to first base. And back in safely once again is Silverio. Nestor Molina not having a bad night as well. Greg Hawley doing really, really well tonight for the Laredo Lemurs on the hill. But Nestor Molina's only given up 2 runs, and they've been home runs, and both of them solo shots. So he's pitched pretty well as well. Another throw goes over to first base, and back in safely again is Silverio. Nestor Molina has only given up 5 hits. Scratch that, make it 6 with the one that Silverio just got. And the Lemurs starting pitcher Greg Hawley has given up 4 hits tonight. Another toss to first base. It's becoming a broken record. And once again, Silverio back in safely. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0 Laredo. Lemurs looking to grab a game on the Joplin Blasters. The Blasters lead the South by 3.5 right now over Laredo. The pitch. That one's bunted up the first baseline and foul. So even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Laredo was founded back on May 15th of 1755 when Captain Thomas Sanchez, together with 3 other families, was granted permission to settle north of the Rio Grande. It wasn't until 1767 that it was officially designated as a villa and received the name of San Agustin de Laredo, after a town in Spain. 1 ball and 1 strike. Silverio over there with a pretty big lead. And bunt shown again, and was it bunted out or not? No call from the umpire, so I'm guessing it's a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the home plate umpire, Nate Rassel, looking into the Lemurs dugout. I don't know why they would be barking at the umpire there. The Lemurs got the call. It's 2-1. Rassel looking over there one more time to the Lemurs dugout. Silverio creeps off the bag from first. And a toss over to first base, and Silverio has to dive back in head first. Yeah, that principal port that is here in Laredo where all the trucks cross. It's really, really amazing how many trucks come through this city. The 2-1 pitch. That one is high for a ball. I'm going to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. As you drive around Laredo, you see big rigs everywhere you look. Every now and then you'll run across some beat-up roads because of the trucks, you know. They put a pounding on the pavement here in Laredo, Texas. In fact, you go up Highway 35 down the middle of Texas. That stretches from Dallas through San Antonio down here to Laredo, and that could be a pretty bumpy ride on the freeway because that's where all the trucks are coming from. They're all cruising down that highway, and they're trying to get down into Mexico. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bunt shown again by Valdez. He'll pull back, and that one is taken outside. Ball 4. So the Lemurs have a couple of base runners. Juan Silverio reaches on a single, and now Jeudy Valdez walks, and Luke Bailey coming up to the plate. And here comes the pitching coach out of the dugout, Rob Tejeda. He's going to go talk things over with Nestor Molina. Well, Tejeda actually might be in charge here. Remember, Carlos Lescano was thrown out of the game earlier tonight. Lescano, the manager for the Joplin Blasters. Lescano was the manager for the El Paso Diablos. And remember, the Diablos went down, took a year off, and the Joplin Blasters popped up. It's basically the same ownership. And the same ownership decided that they wanted Carlos Lescano back at the helm. Lescano, back in 2013, did a miraculous job with the El Paso Diablos. He joined the team about halfway through the season and took that team out of the cellar and made a playoff run down the stretch in the American Association South Division. He really turned that team around, and he's got this team off to a really good start here this year. In their first season of work, Joplin Blasters come into tonight's ballgame with a record of 22 wins and 12 losses and up 3.5 over the Lemurs. 2-0 Laredo right now. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and here's Luke Bailey stepping into the batter's box. So still foul. So Bailey squares, and the Lemurs doing anything they can to get guys into scoring position a little bit more. Of course, there's 1 guy in scoring position now, but they want to try to have 2 guys in scoring position for the next batter, Jared Medeiros. So Molina holds the ball in his backhand, which is his right hand. He cradles the mitt next to his chest. He's covering the B on his chest. It says the big B, the Blasters B. Here's the 0-1. Bunted up to the pitcher. Nobody home at third base. He has to turn and throw over to first base quickly, and they do get the out at first. Silverio moves up to third on the play. Valdez up to second. A sac bunt. Goes 1-3. That's going to be the first out in the inning, and here comes Jared Medeiros. Well, the Lemurs a little bunt happy this half inning, and so far it's worked out. Valdez did not get a bunt down, but he tried to bunt a few times, and now the infield's going to play in for the Blasters.
I'm just curious here if we might see Medeiros try to lay down a bunt. There might be a squeeze play on. That was my alter ego.
2-0 Lemurs. Well, we'll see here if Medeiros does try to lay down a bunt and put a squeeze play on. Medeiros is 0 for 2 in the game. Runners at second and third and 1 down. He does not show bunt. He swings away and puts one up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Here comes Silverio, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Lemurs as Silverio crosses the plate. A base hit and an RBI for Jared Medeiros.
And my alter ego doesn't know anything.
Here comes Devontae Richardson up to the plate. Richardson on the day, a solo home run back in the 3rd inning. High fives all around for Silverio crossing the plate, as the Lemurs all greet him in the dugout. So 3 runs on 7 hits tonight for Laredo. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Richardson looking healthy up there in the batter's box. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Remember, Richardson got hurt when we were up in Amarillo. He got hit in the right wrist, and the right wrist blew up. And at the time, the umpire said he did not get hit in the wrist. They actually said it was a foul ball. So Richardson had to stay in there and swing again. He ended up getting a base hit, which was nice, but he ended up going on the DL a couple of days later. No balls and 1 strike. The delivery. Fastball swung and a soft liner into center. Here comes Suarez. The ball's going to fall. Coming in from third base for the Lemurs is Valdez. And the Lemurs have a 4-0 lead here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Madero's up to second base, and Richardson has his second hit of the game. Well, that might be it for Molina. We'll have to see how things go. I don't see the pitching coach making a move. Tejeda is staying where he's at in the dugout as of right now. He is looking down into the bullpen, though. So into the batter's box goes Abel Nieves. Runners at first and second and 1 down for the Lemurs. And the wave is going here at Uni-Trade Stadium. The pitch. The breaking ball misses low and inside. 4-0 Laredo. Home of the biggest truck crossing in the United States. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Swung and a fly ball into right field. Moving back on the ball, Omar Luna. He'll move over towards the right field line. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Maderos. He's heading up to third base. The throw is offline. And Carlos Ramirez has to run that down into foul territory. So Maderos heads up to third on the play. And that's going to be the second out in the inning. And the Lemurs have runners at the corners now. So here comes Kevin Taylor. Taylor with a base hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. 4-0 Lemurs. Bayo talking things over with Nestor Molina. And this might be a stall tactic, as the pitching coach, Rob Tejeda, might want to make a change. So Bayo's going to head back behind the plate. And we'll see if Tejeda comes out of the dugout after Bayo gets back behind the plate to change the pitcher. So Bayo's going to go through a set of signs, and nope, Tejeda's going to stay there. At least for right now, he's in the dugout. So he's going to leave Nestor Molina out there a little bit longer. Dennis Phipps is on deck. 2 outs, though, in the inning. And runners at the corners for the Lemurs. The pitch. Fastball away. So 1 ball and no strikes. Kevin Taylor in his last at-bat, that's when he got that base hit. But he was caught stealing that inning. The Lemurs only set 3 batters to the plate in that half inning. The 1-0. Swung on, and that's popped up and over our heads and back out of the ballpark. 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball's going to get near the palm trees back on the concourse, up and over the ballpark by the box office. A 1-1 count. Yeah, if you're in the Laredo area, you can come here before the game and get your tickets if you like. It's that easy. The box office is open. The 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Kevin Taylor. Well, Greg Holly getting a nice rest here right now. I think he's ready to come back out, though. He's in the dugout moving around. He's waving his arms. He's taking a walk. I think he's had enough rest for himself. But, of course, the Lemurs, the more runs, the merrier. The 2-1 pitch. Misses outside. Ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Could you imagine if that was a ploy by the defense? Let's let the pitcher hang out in the dugout from the other team as long as possible so he cools off. That would never happen, of course, but what if that was a strategy of some sort? Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Called a strike on the outside part of the plate, right at the knees. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down, so the runner at first base will break here. That's Devontre Richardson over there. And the first baseman, Taylor, well, he's moving back, and he's actually going to play on the bag. So he's going to hold on Richardson. The 3-2, he does not go. The swing, and there's a ground ball over to the second baseman. Glasser's there. He'll make the play. He'll throw it over to first base, and that'll do it for the Lemurs. But in the end, they come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. We're going to the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs are up 4-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, Mitch Glasser to start things off for the Joplin Blasters. 4-0 Laredo. And back up there on the hill is Greg Hawley for the Lemurs. He'll wind and throw here against Glasser, and a fastball is on the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch there to start things off for Greg Hawley. He gets ahead. Jesus Solorzano was batting in this spot earlier tonight. He got ejected after the 3rd inning. The pitch swung on, and that one's popped foul. It was actually during the 3rd inning. He grounded out to first base, and he was thrown out of the ball game. He thought he was safe at first, and it was a quick 1-3 put out. He actually saw Greg Hawley grab the ball. Hawley sidearm threw it over to first base, and Solorzano thought he got in there for a base hit as the next pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Glasser. So he didn't like the call and started in with the first base umpire, and he got tossed pretty quickly. The 1-2 swung on, and a fly ball into left center field on the run for the Lemurs. Taylor, it's going to be actually Devontae Richardson getting there, and he drops the ball. A quick throw back to first base from Richardson, and hustling back in is Glasser. So the ball was directly in the mid of Devontae Richardson, and it came popping right out. So an E8. Well, you don't see too many of those. Usually a sure-handed center fielder out there, Devontae Richardson. And he makes an error right there. It's kind of a surprise. He might have took his eye off the ball for a split second. So runner at first base now, and Gabe Suarez coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Suarez, and that one's called a strike. The Lemurs this year not doing too well in the fielding percentage department. They have a .966 fielding percentage, which is 12th in the league. There's 13 teams in the league, so they're right near the bottom. 1-0, and nope, a toss over to first base instead. Diving back in is Mitch Glasser. The Lemurs this year now, with that error, have made 49 errors on the season. They're currently 10th in the league in that category. Being low in that category is not good. Here's the 1-0. That one is called a strike on the outside corner. The Laredo Lemurs need to do a little bit better defensively here this year. I can give you an idea of what the rest of the league is doing as far as their defensive stats go, as another toss goes over to first base. You look up and down in the American Association, and see where teams sit defensively. And for instance, the Kansas City T-Bones lead the league in fielding percentage. They've only made 24 errors this year. And like I said, the Lemurs with 49 now on the year. So they've almost doubled up. Actually, they have gone more. They've won more higher than doubled up what the Kansas City T-Bones have. As the pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Suarez. Of course, that's all to start the night here. This is all stats from before tonight's ball games. The pitch swung on, and that one's a ground ball up to the first baseman. Hawley's actually going to step in front and grab it. He'll take the ball all the way over to first base, and Geiger's left there going, what am I here for? He put his hands on his knees and just watch Hawley go right by him. Well, Hawley has to get over there. He has to help make the play in case the ball does go to Geiger, but he might as well grab the ball as he's heading that way. So on the play, Glasser goes up to second base. It's a 3 unassisted with 1 down. So manager Pete Gavay coming out of the dugout now, and I'm guessing that Greg Hawley has reached his pitch limit, if indeed manager Pete Gavay is going to take him out. He's going to go eye to eye with the big guy, and that's not easy to do. Greg Hawley, a big feller out there, 6'8", 245 pounds. So Pete's going to take the ball away from Hawley, and he had a fabulous game. He should get a nice round of applause here as he leaves the field at Uni-Trade Stadium. There you have it. It's 4-0 Lemurs. We're going to take a timeout, come back and tell you about the new pitcher for the Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We are proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide. South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, so the new pitcher in for the Lemurs is John Brebria, and Greg Hawley is done for the night. It was a fantastic night for Hawley. He did a great job. The Lemurs are up 4-0 with a runner at second base for the Blasters. And the delivery, the batter is Michael Gonzalez, by the way, as that first pitch misses low. So we asked the official scorekeeper here at Uni-Trade Stadium what Greg Hawley threw, how many pitches, and it was 96 pitches, so that seems a little bit low for him to be taken out of the game due to a pitch count at this point in the season. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled back. So what I'm thinking is that manager Pete Cavilla wants to make sure he gets John Brebria some work because Brebs hasn't pitched since the 27th, and he's the closer for the club. And, of course, you want to keep your closer fresh. So they're bringing John Brebria here just to get him some time in the ball game. Let his arm stay fresh. 1 ball and 1 strike. And you save your big guy, Greg Hawley, a little bit for his next start. The pitch. Swung, and that's fouled off. And the Lemurs with a 4-0 lead right now. So on the night, Hawley, the book is not closed on Hawley yet because there's still a runner out there at second base. If he does come in to score, it'll be unearned because the runner, Mitch Glasser, reached on an error by the center fielder, Devontre Richardson. But nonetheless, 7 1/3 for Hawley on 4 hits. He has not allowed a run, walked 1, and struck out 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Swung on, and that's popped foul by Michael Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the night. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. So John Brebria getting some work tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. The longest outing for Hawley so far this year. Remember, he pitched a complete game back against Wichita on June 10th. He threw to 30 batters that night. He was very effective and very efficient. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, called strike 3. Gonzalez goes down looking. That'll be the second out in the inning. We're at the top of the 8th here at Uni-Trade Stadium, home of the Laredo Lemurs. Next batter will be Oscar Mesa. Greg Hawley pitched 8 complete innings back on June 20th against Amarillo. He faced 29 batters in that ball game. So Brebria working to the left-handed batter Mesa. Here's the pitch, a fastball low and away. Brebria steps into the ball game with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, a 1.32 ERA over 19 games. He has 5 saves to his credit and has thrown in 20 1/3 innings this year. He's got 29 strikeouts, make it 30 with the one that he just did right there against Gonzalez. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that's fouled back. It goes back into the screen. So an even count of 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind's starting to pick up a little here at Uni-Trade Stadium right now. The wind blowing out to left center field like usual. So Brebria looks in and gets the sign from the catcher Luke Bailey. Here's the kick and the throw home. Swung on and missed. Ooh, a big swing there on the fastball in there at 94 miles an hour from Brebria. Brebria, drafted by the New York Yankees, played in their system for a while. Played 3 seasons in the Yankees farm system, making it up to Class A Tampa back in 2013. The 1-2 pitch, swung on a ground ball down the first baseline, past the diving Geiger. Being waved home is the runner from second, Glasser. Going down to the corner is the right fielder, Phipps. He digs it out, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Mesa. So run up on the board for the Joplin Blasters, and it will not be a shutout here tonight. The Laredo Lemurs have allowed a run to come in. So a double for Mesa. He picks up an RBI, but like I said earlier, that run is unearned against the credit of Greg Hawley. So now you can close the book on Hawley. So overall in the night, he went 7 1/3, giving up 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 1 walk and a strikeout. Here's the batter, Yasier Gomez. Gomez takes a strike on a fastball. So it's 4-1 Lemurs in the top of the 8th inning. So we got a close game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung and a foul ball off to the left. Carlos Ramirez is on deck, but the Lemurs are going to try to get themselves out of this trouble. Brebria spent 2014 with the Sioux Falls Canaries of the American Association, putting up a 3-2 record and a 3.31 ERA. Here's a line drive into left center field. Richardson on the run. He'll get there as he put the mitt up in front of his face, and he'll make the catch this time. And that's going to do it for the Blasters. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lemurs coming up to the plate. They're up 4-1.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
So it's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. All right, you heard the man, Dennis Phipps, stepping up into the batter's box for the Laredo Lemurs. It's going to be Phipps, Geiger, and Silverio coming up to the plate. 4-1 Laredo. A new pitcher in. John Jones will throw, and that one misses high for a ball. John Jones, a former Lemur, out there on the hill. Pitched for a short time with the Laredo Lemurs back in 2013. He'll throw the 1-0 pitch. That one is swung on and fouled back, so Phipps right on that one, but fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Lemurs with a 4-1 lead. Dustin Geiger with a solo home run for the Lemurs back in the second. Richardson with a solo home run back in the third. And the Lemurs put up 2 more runs in the 7th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the kick and the throw home from the lefty, and that's very high. John Jones on the year, an 0-1 record and an 8.15 ERA. He's pitching in his 9th game of the year. He's made 2 starts for the Joplin Blasters so far this season. We actually saw him start against the Lemurs back when the Lemurs were up in Joplin. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Jones ended up taking a loss in that game against Laredo. The Lemurs put 4 runs up on him, and Jones gave up 8 hits to the Lemurs that day. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He'll wind and throw. That one is outside by a hair. John Jones thought he had strike 3. It was a close pitch, but Phipps is able to lay off of it. Now he's looking at a 3-2 count with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. So the lone run for the Blasters comes in the top of the 8th inning. Devontae Richardson made an error, and that allowed Mitch Glasser to get himself onto second base. Here's the pitch, and that one misses low and inside. Ball 4 to Phipps. So a leadoff walk to Dennis, and Dustin Geiger coming up to the plate. Geiger earlier in the ball game hit a home run. It was in the 2nd inning, and that was his first home run in a Lemurs uniform. Overall, he's 1 for 3. Has struck out twice since then. So Geiger still trying to get comfortable in a Lemurs uniform. Remember, he was with Wichita earlier this year. He was traded for Omar Benquomo. And the Lemurs are happy to have him. He has picked up a hit so far in every game for Laredo as he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. That was a fastball. Played against Grand Prairie on Sunday. Picked up a hit that day. Played against Joplin yesterday. Picked up a hit. 2 balls and 1 strike. to the Lemurs' new first baseman. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed. A high fastball, and now Geiger's going to step out of the batter's box. He didn't like that swing too much. That one was at his eyes. Not easy to lay off those pitches. It's easy to see it. Not easy to lay off of it. Just looks so fat and juicy coming up to the plate up there that high. No balls and 2 strikes. It looks like a big old fat Whataburger as the toss goes over to first base and Dennis Phipps is back in safely. I saw the stadium staff here at Uni-Trade Stadium yesterday. They were all sitting around a big table and they were all enjoying Whataburger, which is a big sponsor here at for the Laredo Lemurs. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch low. I'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. I saw some big juicy hamburgers. They looked super yummy, but I didn't have time to stop and eat. I had to keep hustling. So Phipps with a pretty good sized lead over there at first base. Missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Geiger. So Geiger stays in the batter's box. Waits for John Jones to get ready again. John Jones stares in and gets the sign. He'll set here, and he's going to throw over to first base, and Phipps just with a couple of steps gets back in very, very easily. So Jones holds the ball behind his left thigh. He gets the sign from the catcher Bayo, and Bayo will sit up a little bit away. And here's the pitch, and that's fouled back. So keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Lemurs are up 4-1, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Laredo. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors tonight for the Joplin Blasters. Working underneath the lights tonight. The lights have taken full effect. The pitch swung on and missed. That's strike 3 to Geiger. That's the 3rd time he has struck out since that home run. So he saw the ball well at the very beginning of the night and has struggled since. 1 down. Here's Juan Silverio. Jayudi Valdez is on deck now. So Silverio with a couple of hits here tonight. A double back in the 2nd. He popped out to the catcher in the 4th and picked up a single and came in to score in the 7th inning. So Phipps off the bag at first. And the pitch. That one's called a strike on the outside part of the plate. So I gave you some interesting facts about Laredo a little bit earlier. Here's some stuff about Joplin, Missouri. Did you know that Mickey Mantle played with the Class C Joplin Miners? That was a minor league baseball team back in the 1950s. And he actually played on that field where the Joplin Blasters play. A curveball misses high. Yeah, he played on Joe Becker Field at Joe Becker Stadium. Of course, it's been revamped since then. They tore down the surrounding ballpark for the Joplin Blasters and rebuilt things. Now they have a press box and a couple of suites and some nice new seats. The 1-1 pitch swung and a ground ball up the middle, ranging for it. The second baseman Glasser. Glasser flips to Gonzalez over to first base. Leaping into the air is Taylor. He comes down on the bag, and that's a double play. That'll do it for Laredo. We're going to head to the top of the 9th inning. The Lemurs are up 4-1. They're going to look to lock down a win. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is 9567 EMS, the official.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar?
Victory tonight with a 4-1 lead, the 7th professional season. His first in Indy ball. He played in the Angels organization. The kick and the throw home on the 0-1, and that one's hit high in the air into center field. Richardson looks like he's got a beat on this one. He'll shuffle step into the ball and make the catch. So Jake Taylor now coming up to the plate for the Joplin Blasters. Taylor on the night 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a pop-up to the second baseman. And the delivery from Brebria. Brebria sees that one miss low. By the way, Brebria in line for a save here. It's a 3-run difference in the ball game, so Brebria is going to try to get him save. And that was the question just asked of me by the official scorekeeper, assuring that Brebria will get a save. Here's the 1-0. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Brebria will be looking for his 6th save of the year. 1 ball and 1 strike. He kicks and throws home, and that one swung on a ground ball up to the third baseman. Silverio will go down to a knee. He backhands a strong throw to first base, and it's in time to get the out. Taylor retired, 5-3 in your scorebook. And here comes the last hope for the Blasters. Yenier Bayo will be the batter. So the Lemurs up by 3 in the top of the 9th inning. Looking to make quick work of the Blasters here in the top of the 9th. Yenier Bayo with a .318 average to start the day, but he is also 0 for 3 today, so that average will drop a little bit. Here's the first pitch he sees, a fastball on the outside corner right at the knees. Good pitch there by Brebria. Brebria has been a fine pitcher this year. He has been right on the plate all season long. Here comes the 0-1 kick and throw. Swung on in a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Hustling in is the left fielder Taylor. That one's going to get into foul territory, and Silverio will watch it drop over his head. Well, it's a foul ball, and a tough play there for Silverio. Silverio's back was turned to home plate. He was trying to catch the ball coming over his head. So that would not have been an easy play whatsoever. In fact, it would have been a tremendous catch. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bayo. And the Blasters are down to their last strike and down to their last out. Lemurs looking to even up the series at 1 apiece. Remember, it's a 4-game set between these two clubs, so they'll still play 2 more, one on Wednesday and one on a Thirsty Thursday here at Uni-Trade Stadium. The 0-2 pitch. Whoa, very high. Brebia trying to hump up on that one. Throws it up there at 94 miles an hour. He tried to get behind that one with all of his might. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, a 4-1 lead for the Lemurs. Now timeout's called by Bayo. He wants to get set. Brebria shakes yes. And he'll go into the windup. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3, and that's going to do it. The Laredo Lemurs have won the ball game, a 4-1 final here at Uni-Trade Stadium, and a very nicely pitched game by both Greg Hawley and John Brebria. We'll take a timeout, come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
All right, I see Cameron Songer down there on the field right now. He's looking to get an interview with the Laredo Lemurs' Greg Hawley, the starting pitcher for tonight's ball game. Let's see if we can hear Cameron and Greg.
Yeah, just the one strikeout. Can you talk about your strategy for getting guys out and not striking them out?
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know, I think everything that you guys are swing early, get off the rate. And yeah, thank hitters, folks for that.
That mound visit for Pete with 1 out of the 7th inning. Can you talk about how hard it is to hang the ball over? You're having a pretty good game with the run on base. How does that feel?
Obviously, you want to keep going, but at the same time, you understand as good as it's going, we'll swing off for your out. So, it's not just the league, it's here.
All right. Thanks. We got 2 more games left this week against the Joplin Blasters. The Lemurs and Blasters will play at 7:30 tomorrow night and again Thursday night. We'll see you then.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain Refreshment, Blue Mountain Refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer here at the ballpark as the Lemurs get a very nice victory tonight, a 4-1 win over the Joplin Blasters. They are now 2.5 games back behind the Blasters in the South Division with that victory. So for the Lemurs, it was 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error in the ball game. The Lemurs left 5 runners on. For the Blasters, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, and they left 5 runners on as well. Greg Hawley gets the victory. He now moves to 3-4 on the season. Molina takes the loss. He moves to 3-2 on the year. John Brebery gets the save, his 6th of the season. And really, the highlight of the ballgame was Greg Hawley going 7 1/3 here tonight on the mound for the Lemurs as the starter. He gave up only 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. He walked a batter and struck out 1. He threw 96 pitches tonight for the Laredo Lemurs in that effort. And now he has put together really 3 solid efforts for the Laredo Lemurs this season. He's put together good efforts other times, but these ones just really, really stand out. He had 1 complete game and another game where he pitched 8 innings. So a couple of that really stand out for the starting pitcher, Greg Holly. He looks really good up there on the hill for the Laredo Lemurs. So we tell you a little bit how everybody scored in this ball game. The Lemurs saw a home run off the newcomer, Dustin Geiger. Geiger hit his 8th home run of the season, his first in a Lemurs uniform, to make it a 1-0 score in the second inning off the starting pitcher, Nestor Molina, for the Joplin Blasters. Then in the bottom of the third inning, Devontre Richardson would hit a solo home run. Richardson, just coming back from the disabled list, hit his 3rd home run of the season, so he looks nice and healthy with that home run over the left field wall here at Uni-Trade tonight, and that made it 2-0 in favor of Laredo. The Laredo Lemurs would see 2 more runs in the 7th inning before the Joplin Blasters would get on the board. Juan Silverio, with nobody out, would reach on a single. Then Jeudy Valdez, he would walk to put runners at first and second. Luke Bailey would lay down a sac bunt to move everybody up to second and third, and then Jared Medeiros would come up with a single to drive in Silverio. After that, we'd move up to the top of the order, and Devontre Richardson, he would single, and that would bring home Jeudy Valdez from third base, and that's how the Lemurs got all 4 runs here tonight at the ballpark. 1 run for the Blasters this evening. They scored in the top of the 8th inning with Hawley still on the mound for the Lemurs. He faced the first 2 batters in the top of the 8th. Hawley saw a fly ball off the bat of Mitch Glasser. Glasser hit it to center field, and Devontre Richardson just flat out dropped the baseball out there in left center field. He looked like he had a beat on it. Looked like he had it in his mitt. It popped out of his mitt and fell to the ground, and that was an error on Devontre Richardson. A very weird error because he's such a sure-handed outfielder for the Laredo Lemurs. So Hawley would face 1 more batter, then manager Pete Cavilla would come out and put in John Brebbia. Brebbia would give up a double to Oscar Mesa, and that would bring home Mitch Glasser from second base, and that's how the Blasters got their lone run of the ball game tonight. So for the Lemurs, the big hitters, Devontre Richardson going 2 for 4 with a home run. Juan Silverio also going 2 for 4 on the night. Silverio on the evening here at the ballpark ended up picking up a double and a single, and of course Dustin Geiger went 1 for 4. He had a solo home run in the ball game for Laredo. So a well-played game overall here at Uni-Trade Stadium tonight, and a game played in front of a crowd of 882 people. It took 2 hours and 24 minutes to finish this one here tonight at Uni-Trade Stadium. So let's take a look at the scoreboard from around the American Association, let you know how things are going in the rest of the league. Everybody else probably wrapped up tonight. There might be a game or two, but most things will probably be over with. Oh, there is 1 game being played at this point. Lincoln tonight, they beat St. Paul 6-5, so the St. Paul Saints lose a ball game. A big surprise there. Sioux City and Winnipeg still playing ball. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Sioux City's up 8-6, that game being played in Winnipeg. Wichita 6, Sioux Falls 4, that's a final for you. Kansas City 8, Rockland 6, that game played on the East Coast in Rockland land. Grand Prairie 10, Amarillo 7. And the Gary South Shore Railcats beat the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks 3-2 this evening. So there's your scoreboard in the American Association. Quickly, we'll take a look at the South standings. As the Lemurs win the game, they're 2.5 games back now behind the Blasters. And with the Wichita Wingnuts winning their game, they're 3 games back in the South Division behind the Joplin Blasters. So the Blasters are in first place. Laredo's in second, 2.5 out. And Wichita is sitting 3 games back right now in the South. So that's going to do it for the broadcast tonight. We'll come back for you tomorrow night. Again, 7:15 for the pregame show. 7:30 for the first pitch here from Uni-Trade Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. For Cameron Songer, my name is Bill Harrington, and we'll see you back on the broadcast tomorrow as the Laredo Lemurs take on the Joplin Blasters for Game 3 of the 4-game series.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.